Alrighty, here we go. Day 30, the final one. Welcome back, guys, and thank you for watching this entire series if you did, or if you just watched one other video, or if even this is your first one. I feel like over the last 30 days, I've improved so much to talking to the camera and actually being like kind of balanced in my entire head with all of the stuff that I was doing. I was just getting back to this place where I was just talking to the camera, talking basically to myself about the things that were happening in my life, what was new, what I did wrong, what I did good, and really reflecting on the things that I did. And it felt great to be held accountable by some by the camera, basically by you guys. And it felt really great to just show up every day and really make this a habit to repeat every single day. So if you're thinking about doing this, please do so. I want to say a big thank you to Jones, who inspired me to do this. I just stole his idea totally, but yeah, I love that guy, and he's probably watching, so thank you, Jones. Thank you so much for bringing me onto this challenge. And on the things I improved over the last 3 days, I wanted to tell you those because so you walk away with some takeaway from this video, so it just isn't a waste of time for you. First and foremost, when you're speaking to the camera, the most important thing is just practice. Just get up and do it with only your phone or something. Just get in front of it and get used to looking at the lens and just concentrating on that one little point, and it will be so much easier after just a few days of doing this. Like the first 5 to 7 days, it was quite hard to actually concentrate and talk fluently while just watching one singular point, and it was quite hard to just not go with my eyes to the other side of the room and just care all around and keep up the energy at the same time. So yeah, just practice is going to help you. Then think of yourself when you're in front of the camera like your energy levels were depleted by 2 points. That means if you're normally like a 6 out of 10 on the energy scale, then you're a 4 out of 10 or even a 2 out of 10 on the camera. So you gotta dial it up a little. And the more you practice, the more you're gonna get used to being in this more high energy state, and you're gonna make those face expressions a little bit. Like, you need to also train your face expressions. That's another tip. Like, for example, if you're feeling some way, just try to overdo it a bit, and then you will slowly scale down that overdoedness to a kind of like a normal level, and it won't feel so cringe. So that's tip number 2.5. Number 3 is hand gestures. Hand gestures are really useful because they help to emphasize the point that you're talking about. And this is again all about practice, because you're not going to pick up like from the very start what you're actually supposed to be doing with your hands. Like, pardon me, like one thing that helped me tremendously when it comes to hand gestures and developing it. I have been doing YouTube for 2 years, so this really has probably taken the most time out of all of these habits. And the one thing that helped me was just when I'm singing along some song, like for example in the shower or in the car, I'm just doing the little thingies with my hands. When you're listening to rap songs, then you know how Drake does his hands movements like this or that, or how that, then do those. And this will help you to develop more of a sense like what you're doing with your hands and what you should be doing. Like, not, but an important point here, don't overdo it. Don't have your hands involved in every single shot, because it gets a little bit overwhelming for the viewer, and he still wants to look at you like in the eyes, because people love looking in the eyes. It's like the gateway to the soul. So yeah, don't overdo it, but still practice, and it definitely helps you just add some movement to the video. Because usually when people are not doing hand gestures, like imagine if I just talk to you like this the entire time, you would be probably bored after a while, right? And I saw a lot of videos nowadays just doing that, and it felt kind of boring. Like, look at all of the top YouTubers, like for example Marcus Brownlee or Ali Abdal. I'm still doing the one side, two sides, so I can edit it later, but I'm not editing these videos. So Yeah, by the way, if you want to know anything about editing, head to my main channel. I have lots of editing tutorials there and lots more coming. So if you want to learn how to edit, how to make YouTube videos, I'm there for you. So yeah, hand gestures, pretty important. Learn them, use them. That's the most important part. Then another part is don't be scared of the camera. Don't be scared of just showing up. I know it's sometimes pretty hard to think that, oh, I don't look good enough, I'm not prepared enough, I don't have the exact script that I'm going to be talking about. Don't just forget about all of those things and record videos. You don't have to upload every single video that you do. That's pretty much pointless because some videos are there to just you. It isn't pointless. I have to go back on that statement, but record more videos than you actually upload so you can just practice being on camera. Like, you're not live streaming, you can make mistakes and it's totally okay. It's going to be easier for you to make mistakes more often and then just learn from them. It's going to be better than just keeping away from those mistakes and trying to be perfect every time. So yeah, basically, again, practice makes perfect. And this is the main point that I'm getting here. Just practice and you will eventually get so good they can't ignore you. That's a good book, by the way. So those are kind of like the main things that I wanted to mention. Also, if you want to get better at improvising, like all of these thoughts going into your head and just doing the structures of the sentences right from your head without a script, the best thing to do, again, just sit down in front of a camera and start talking. Like most of these videos, I don't have a clue like what I'm going to be talking about, but I just sit down, turn on my camera and start recording right away. Like the only part that I cut off from these videos is basically the end, the start and then the end. I leave everything in, like when my family visits and they know when I'm recording for sure. Every time I just turn on the camera, it's like a magnet to them. So I cut those things out, but otherwise I just leave everything in. And I think this is probably the best option because you know that if you're going to be doing this often and you don't want people to see all of your mistakes, you are going to be talking a little bit slower. That means you are going to have more time to give your sentences a correct structure, and over a period of time, you're going to naturally speed up again to the tempo you had previously. Like when you look at the first few videos that I had, I was saying a lot of ums, ams, and so forth. But now I feel like at least that I've gone away from those words and tried to really hone on the feeling that when I'm not sure what to say next, I'm just going to be silent. I'm not going to be saying a bunch of words to just fill out that little segment in the sentence where I don't know what to say, but I just take a moment, take a deep breath, and go on. And this is probably the point that I still need to improve on my presenting to the video. Like, don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of stuff to improve on. But one of the main things is definitely speaking a little bit slower, being more articulate, and just thinking more about the words that I'm actually saying instead of just getting as many words out as I possibly can. Okay, as I said, that was another family break. So, yeah, that's basically everything that I wanted to tell you guys. Again, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for watching even just this one video. And if you're thinking about doing this yourself, don't worry about it, that other people will see it, other people will judge you, maybe your family, maybe your friends. Don't think about them. Think about yourself. Like if you do this, that's 30 days of progress, 30 videos. You know how long it took me to make my first 30 videos? Probably like 4 or 5 months. And you could get this done in just 1 month if you posted every day. If you posted twice a day, that would be just 15 days. But that would be a little bit too much from the start to go over that little uncomfortable barrier you have as a starting YouTuber. Because I know how it feels like at the very beginning. It was such a traumatizing big thing to upload a video, and I knew that people wouldn't just it just wasn't good enough. And it was like a big event of the whole week that I was uploading a video. And yeah, and now it's like I upload like 3 videos to all channels like every single day. Like the standard has been pushed so far up. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, just do it. It doesn't have to have any long-term plan. You don't have to be a millionaire from YouTube doing the thing you love. But just remember, if you like something, some kind of a combination of things, of skills, of I don't know, games that you like to play, for example, just put it out there. It's always better to just record everything that you do and just put it out there. Even if it doesn't get views, then what? It wouldn't get any views if you hadn't recorded it. So, if you're still doubting yourself, just outwork your self-doubt. And yeah, that's gonna be everything for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this entire series, and I will be posting videos here and there. So watch for them out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.